Shalom kids, how are you all? I hope you all are doing great in God's name. So today I wanted to share you the story of William McPherson. Who is he and what we can learn from his story? So today's topic is how and why we should read Bible and why people are so desperate to read Bible. What is there in Bible? William McPherson is a Scottish man who worked in an American quarry. So quarry is this place that is used for obtaining building stones and rocks that are used for construction purpose. So sometimes what happens is a huge rock is blasted and then smaller stones are obtained which can be used for building purposes. Because of the sincerity of William, he was promoted as a superintendent. So a lot of people worked under him. He got the work done. Although there were a lot of appreciable traits of William in his work, he was always impatient. And his impatience cost him a lot. His impatience brought a lot of trouble into his life. One day, a live dynamite stick was in his hands. And while it was in his hands, it blasted. Usually, a person has to be very far from the dynamite when it's blasting, so it wouldn't cause any injuries to the person. But because of his impatience, he had a live dynamite stick in his hands and it blasted. And in a split second, his life changed. He was in the hospital bed. He lost sensation, he lost feelings on most of his body parts and most of his face parts. So he couldn't feel anything or he could sense anything. To this point in his life, he had lived for himself, reckless and free. Now he was entirely dependent on someone to get the simplest of the simple work to be done. On several occasions before, others had tried to share Christ to him, but he never listened to them. After the accident, now he was in a place to listen to Christ. He was in a place to listen to the preachings. He was in a place to read the Bible. He was bedridden in the hospital. He found himself in many thoughts. Why did this whole situation happen only to me? Is there any purpose of my life now? I can't do anything. Is there something I can do? So he found himself lost. He was lost. He couldn't find a way for himself. And eventually, his family members were unable to take care of him. And he was put into a home for the disabled or the rehabilitation center where complete care was taken. He was put into that home. In that rehabilitation center, he had nothing to do. He had a very repetitive routine which included almost nothing for himself. He had no hope. And at that time, he was ready to listen to God. When everything was taken away from him, he was ready to listen to Christ. Sometimes, few teachers visited the rehabilitation center and spoke about various topics. And one day they spoke about how a little girl read Bible through Braille. So the little girl was blind and she read the Bible through Braille. So Braille is a script that is used by the blind people or deaf people to read books. In the Braille script, a person uses his sensation of hand and feels the letters and words, the raised letters and words, and that's how he reads the book. So after knowing about this little girl child, William was inspired to read Bible with his hands. But it was very unfortunate because he didn't have hands to even learn Braille Bible. So what he did, he was very desperate to read Bible. And one day he learned that the little girl child lost her hands and now is reading Braille with her lips. With the sensation from her lips, she started reading Braille. And he was again very inspired by the little girl and started reading Bible with lips. And it was very unfortunate again because he was numb on his lips. He couldn't feel anything on his lips. So when he put the Braille script on his lips, he couldn't feel the letters or words because he was numb. He was very devastated because he couldn't read anything. Then he knelt down. He asked God, he begged God, he pleaded God to help him out to read Braille so that he can read Bible. And when he asked for God and tried to read Braille the next time, his tongue slipped out from his mouth and he started reading Bible with his tongue. He could feel the edges and grooves and the raised letters of the Braille through his tongue. He read verses of Bible with his tongue. And eventually, in his 65 years of his life, he read Bible for 4 times. What are we doing? Read Bible from start to end for 4 times. What are we doing? We have completely properly functioning body. But we are still unable to take 10 minutes or 20 minutes of our day to spend in reading Bible. How awful is that, kids? When a person who lost everything, he was in solitude, he was lonely, he was in a very dark place. But because of his passion towards Christ, God showed him a way. And we have everything properly functioning in our life. We have everything available, but we are unable to read Bible. Why is that? Why are we giving ourselves lame excuses to read Bible? God's word brought hope into his life when there was nothing, when he was in despair, when he was lonely. God's word, why was he so desperate, kids? What was there in Bible? God says he is the way, he is life, and he is the truth. And his knowledge, his wisdom, and the truth of the life will be revealed through Bible. And that is why we should read Bible. And today you should start reading Bible. So how do you read Bible? Before you read Bible, kneel down and pray to God. Pray to God, God, teach me what you want to teach me. Reveal truth to my heart, a truth that would set me free from these worldly things. Show me what you want to show me. And give me knowledge and wisdom to understand what I am reading in Bible. Let me know the grateful things in the Bible. Let me know the meaning of life. Let me know the truth and the way of my life. And let me know the purpose and the will that you have towards my life.
And God promised, his word is a lamp to your feet and light to your path.
Ask God to talk to you through Bible and he will. And then start reading Bible. If you are a beginner, you can start reading 1 chapter a day. Okay, kids? You have to read 1 chapter a day, every day. You should not skip, and do not read Bible as a religious purpose or for a religious ritual purpose kind of a thing. Okay? If you want to complete Bible in 1 year, you can read 5 chapters on Sunday and 3 chapters on other days of the week. So 5 chapters on Sunday and 3 chapters on other days of the week, you will complete Bible in 1 year. And don't read Bible because, as I told you, don't read Bible for religious purpose. Of times you read Bible will never be a parameter to measure the relationship between you and God, kids. So read Bible because you want God to speak with you. Don't read Bible because you want to complete it. Okay, kids? So start reading Bible from today. God will reveal his wisdom, knowledge, and truth and the purpose he have for you in your life.